Hello folks, welcome to the Rose Jewel Railroad. I have a building I want to show you this evening. If you like what I'm doing, give me a thumbs up and please leave a comment and subscribe if you like my channel. Yes, this is the Menards Building. Most of my buildings on my layout are Menards, and I've actually been wanting this building for quite some time. I'll get more into that, but they offered it this year, and I think it looks neat, and it's got this button on top, and I'll press it and you can hear the jingle.
You save big money, you save big money when you shop Menards. Plumbing, electrical appliances too. The savings will always come right back to you. You'll save big money, you'll save big money when you shop Menards.
Yeah, I guess part of the reason I kind of got back into model railroading, if you look around here, like I said on some of my previous videos, I just had a 4x8 layout, and that was this section right here. And actually, there was an earlier version of this Menards building that I had seen. I seen it on YouTube, and I actually seen it in an antique store. And I actually was considering buying it. And part of the reason I built all this on is like, oh, I want to get that Menards store and put all this on. Now, their other Menards store was a little bit different. It right in the front here, it had like a Lazy Susan with people coming in and out, I don't know, very toy-like, I guess, so to speak, because why are the people just going in and out the door, it in a way it didn't make sense. It's supposed to make you think that people are going in and out, but I mean, they're not buying nothing that way. But yeah, I believe that one had the jingle, and I believe there was a second part of that had like a lumber yard in the back. Now, anybody that's ever been to Menards, it usually has, the lumber yard in the back and whatnot. And this one doesn't, but I believe that other one, I know it did. I don't know if it was offered with the, the building itself, or if that was an add-on. I believe it was an add-on that you would have to pay for. But it would take up a lot of space. And in the end, I just decided that it would be take up too much space. And of course, originally here I had, if you remember, I had the toilet factory. I always had that next to Taco Bell. I thought that was appropriate. And eventually I'm going to expand. I'm going to go more this way towards the couch. For sure another 7 feet, like 7 by 7. But anyways, I took the toilet factory off for now. I really don't have a place for it. At the time, I just wanted a big building there. But when this came out, I was like, well, where can I fit it? Where can I fit it? And I really didn't have a spot. But this is a decent spot. And of course, you know what? Taco Bell is always by Menards too. So yeah, I'm just really happy with it. And that jingle, we hear all the time in Wisconsin. Of course, Menards is originally from Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and it's on the TV all the time, hearing that jingle. And I guess in the way it's kind of annoying, but I don't know. It just kind of fits the building, and I don't have to press the button if I don't want to, but I will again. The button's right up there.
You save big money, you save big money when you shop Menards. Plumbing, electrical appliances too. The savings will always come right back to you. You'll save big money, you'll save big money when you shop Menards.
We could try to look in the windows a little bit. To be honest with you, I haven't looked too closely in the windows, but That's not bad. I mean, they actually took a picture of a real store and did that, you know. And Menards has always got a lot of lighting, and yeah, it's a fun building. I guess one thing, now this part of my layout, I always call this part, you know, on the Rose Jewel Railroad. There's one of my signs, and there's another one of my signs. The reason it's called the Rose Jewel Railroad, in case you haven't heard before, I got two daughters, and their middle names are Rose and Jewel. The oldest daughter being Rose, and the youngest daughter being Jewel. So originally, this 4x8 over here, I named it after my oldest daughter, the town of Rose, and the idea was, on the other side of this mountain, it is the newer town, and this is the town of Jewel. So one thing that's just a little bit, you know, I don't know how the people of Jewel got it approved through their village meetings or whatnot, because in the neighboring town of Rose, we have the Cripple Creek Lumber Yard. So, and of course, Menards sells lumber. So I guess in my land of make-believe, I think the people of Jewel approved it as long as this particular Menards would not sell lumber. So they've got electrical and plumbing and all that other stuff, but they don't sell lumber. I doubt that's really in the real world. I'm pretty sure Menards, that's their main thing is lumber. But this is my land of make-believe, so that's my rule, okay? So yeah, I have a lot of Menards buildings, and I credit, I think Menards kind of got me back into the hobby. I was watching Chris Trains and Things video one time. He was wondering, he wanted people to subscribe with the one engine, or, that kind of got you back in the hobby. And for me, I really feel like it's these Menards buildings. I was walking through Menards one time, and I did not know they had these. And all of a sudden, there's all these O-gauge buildings. And at the time, I thought they were quite expensive. I guess the average one of them is like $90 to $100, which seemed quite a bit. But then when I seen what Woodland Scenics is getting for their buildings, and gosh, yeah, I'm not saying that these aren't that kind of quality, but I think they're pretty good quality for what they are, and it kind of inspired me to get back into it. And I am not a stick builder, so to speak, and people that do that, I gotta give them credit. I can't find. There was one gal on YouTube that built her whole neighborhood she grew up in. She was a senior gal, and she did it for her husband's layout. And I mean, these houses were just authentic as can be. And wow, it was just really something to see. And there's other people that do stuff like that too, and I really, really give them credit. But I am not that guy, and I have all I can do. This is actually an HO building right here. I had that when I was a teenager, but it's actually the tallest building on my layout, so I let it be here. I just, the little, what do you call it, the tunnels and stuff underneath, I just consider that walk paths is what they are, right, versus car paths. But yeah, I really like Menards buildings, and being from Wisconsin, and Menards being from Wisconsin, so many of them buildings are more geared towards what we would see in Wisconsin, and it just works real good with my layout. And yeah, I'm just so yeah, I'm happy that Menards offered these, and that I like I said, I think that's kind of what got me back into the layout, building layouts, and you know, like this Rico station. My dad glued that together because I got it as a kid, and my parents didn't want me to mess it up. You know, I was the type of kid that just wanted the stuff together. And honestly, I'm still that way. But at least now I got the patience if I was going to do something like that, not just to, you know, rush and get it done. But yeah, you know, that's so Menards offering these buildings, you know, I'm just real happy with it. And so yeah, that is my new Menards. I was gonna say lumber yard, but I guess it's my Menards hardware store under my new rules. Piggly Wiggly we shop at all the time. That's our local grocery store. I once upon a time I did a little research. Piggly Wiggly's gotten credit for setting up grocery stores or stores the way they are today. You know, of going in and grabbing the stuff and taking it to the counter. I guess back in the day, you'd go in and they would go grab everything, and you know, yeah, so it's more of a self-service, and I guess Piggly Wiggly gets credit for that. Anyways, moving on. I have my Wisconsin and Southerns here today. Wisconsin and Southern is actually right in my backyard. It borders my property. And Wisconsin and Southern is almost impossible to get no gauge. And I really, really like Wisconsin. So I think their color pattern is just beautiful. I just love it. I love red anyways, and I love their pattern. And one time I was over my buddy's house, Tom Moore. He's my train mechanic, and he had a Wisconsin and Southern on his layout, and I was like, man, Tom, where'd you get that? And he said his buddy painted it up for him. So, you know, long story short, I guess I seen this the other guy's stuff on eBay and stuff, and anyways, I knew who it was, but I didn't know him, but I got his number and called him. His name is Dennis Kruger from Albany, Wisconsin. And he paints mainly HO stuff. And yeah, he just gets these trains in. You know, some of these are the stuff that never sold. I think some of these were, oh gosh, Lionel had that limited edition from 1992, and some of that stuff that doesn't sell so great, the Burger King stuff. And anyways, he strips them completely down and does a real professional job of painting these. You know, this one's a GP38, and you know, I got to pick out the number I wanted. This was a particular number that I seen go right back of my house, you know. And this one is a GP20, and this is another GP38. Yeah, so I'll get them running. Normally, I'm a big believer in leaving things original, especially model trains. But I was the one that painted them, and you know what? I really want Wisconsin and Southern. It's really, really hard to get O gauge. And when it comes out, I haven't got any yet. When Lionel does come out with one again, I'll get it. that train ever going to make it. I had to get a new gate in, by the way. Well, I didn't have to. The other one was getting kind of worn out. He wasn't working so great. And I was actually just going to buy parts for it, and I found this one on the bay, you know, new old stock. And, you know, I said, well, you know, the price was right. I couldn't justify even fixing up the old one. So now I got the old one for parts. But most of these have got whistles. Let's see. Or horns, excuse me. My GP38s do anyway. I'll take you over here for just a second. There's a couple Wisconsin and Southerns going through my property. I got ponies and horses in the back, and it borders the pen there, and this line that goes in the back of my house goes from Mason, Maine to the Sauk City. It's called the Sauk Spur. It's a dead-end line, but it used to go over to the Wisconsin River, but now they just use it to park cars. So it's not like I got an Amtrak going 100 miles an hour by my house. So when I see these out there, I really enjoy them. And actually, I usually see them, and I don't see them because they're at night. It seems to be that is their time to use that Sauk Spur. So, and here I am driving my ponies at the time, and there was a train there. So it's a good thing they understand the meaning of woe. But yeah. Anyway.
You save big money when you shop Menards. Plumbing, electrical appliances too. The savings will always look like that to you. You save big money. You save big money when you shop Menards.
I am going to do a Menards Building review this year, but I'm not going to do it now. I won't have time, but you know, there's just a few of these buildings I can show off to you, and I got what more of a modern freight on that outer loop there. I just picked up that Menards auto loader. I want to get some more of them. And the next car's got those cans. That's Menards. And the semi-trailers, they're actually by Lionel, but now, Wisconsin and Southern was started in 1980. These last three cars in Wisconsin and Southern, by the way, that one, and that one, all custom. But obviously, since they started in 1980, any Wisconsin and Southern caboose is just a fantasy scheme. But I don't know, even today, I just love seeing a caboose at the end of the train. And what I did with the cabooses, I had Dennis Kruger paint up two of my cabooses, and they have the years my daughters were born. I thought it was fitting being the Road to Railroad. That one's 1989. So that's my oldest daughter with the middle name Rose. And I have quite a spread between my two daughters. And Let's see, this caboose here should be 2003. And that's for my other daughter with the middle name of Jewel. So, the Rose Jewel Railroad. So anyways, I'll leave you with the Menards jingle again. And I guess before I do that, if you can leave me a thumbs up, I appreciate it. And be sure and leave a comment and go ahead and subscribe. I'm having lots of fun doing these videos, and it just makes it all the more worth it when I see how much you guys appreciate it. So thank you very much. This has been the Rose Jewel Railroad.
You save big money, you save big money when you shop Menards. Plumbing, electrical appliances too. The savings will always look like a You save big money, you save big money when you shop Menards.